So the reason why your job is giving you a hard time in the beginning, right now, initially, as you're starting with the company, when you're given that 90-day probation period that a company is always going to give their new employees. The reason they're going to give you a hard time is because they don't trust you. Okay? Now, some of you may disagree with that, but in my opinion, I think the reason why a job, your boss or supervisor may give you a hard time at the job initially is because of a lack of trust. It's because you're brand new, you just started, you got to kind of prove yourself within the workplace. You got to prove yourself to be someone that has a good work ethic, someone that does not call out all the time, right? Within the 90-day period, you don't call out at all. You got perfect attendance. And judging by experience, for me, like, I'm gonna speak from experience. My current job, given a 90-day probation, okay, I had at least called out twice within the 90-day probation period, right? And because I did that, I almost got fired, lost my job. It's because there was a lack of trust within the manager, supervisor. I'm just now starting. So because of me calling out twice within the 90-day period, I didn't think it was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I always got a good work ethic. But they really look for attendance. The job that you work at, they care about your attendance, whether you believe it or not. They pay attention to the times that you're late, the times that you abuse a grace period. And where I work at currently, they months ago took away the grace periods, right? So there is no more grace period for where I work at. And so you just have to, within the 90 days, if you are serious about making money from the job that you work at, you're gonna have to play ball. You're gonna have to, swallow your pride, come to work on time, have good attendance, perfect attendance. You're gonna have to prove yourself for the first 90 days, right? My boss was about to let me loose, 4 months in, because I called out twice within the 90-day probation, right? And so that pretty much lost trust with the boss initially, right? But of course, I would gain it back by fixing my attendance, right? And not calling out as much initially, right? Now, I will call out here and there, but rarely now. Rarely would I call out nowadays, But, yeah, man, expect that job to kind of give you the rounds at first and make you jump through some hoops. I'm not saying your job has to be abusive, like verbally abusive and all that stuff. This car going too damn slow, fam. What's going on? But it's like you don't want to tolerate no disrespect, from your employer or any weird stuff on the job. We're just strictly talking like there's a lack of trust. They're going to be on you. They're going to be micromanaging you constantly. Expect that when you start at a new job, you're going to be micromanaged. So it's like when you kind of proven yourself to be a hard worker, someone, you just do what you got to do and you're efficient in whatever you do, eventually over time, the supervisor, who's ever in charge of you, they're going to leave you alone. As long as you're staying out of drama and you just not getting yourself into some BS trouble or mixing some petty drama, like you're staying out the way and your attendance is good, you got good work ethic, you ain't got to expect no problem from your employer. You shouldn't really expect any problems from your employer. Now, it's different with coworkers, right? It could be different with coworkers. You may work around lazy ass coworkers and coworkers that love the drama, they love to gossip and all that. I would say do your best to ignore that. Do your best to distance yourself from that. If you're not at the job for that BS, then distance yourself from it. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to that workplace, you're there to get paid, and that's all there is to it. There's no building a friendship. There's no getting to know everybody. There's no trying to kiss up to the manager or kiss up to the supervisor. So if you're just wondering, for those that are wondering, why is my employer giving me the runaround at first? Man, all it is, it's because of a lack of trust. That's it. They don't trust you yet. And every job is going to be like that. They got to see what you're about in terms of how you carry yourself, right? Now, when I almost initially got fired, right, for calling out twice within the 90-day grace period, my boss actually told me, I like how the way you carry yourself. Even though he was like, your attendance is not good within the 90-day grace period, I still like the way you carry yourself. And all the other supervisors, they was telling me, yeah, you a good worker. You're not mixing the drama and all that stuff. You mind your business. I don't really hear anything from you negatively. It's just the attendance was not good on my end. That was the only thing. So, for the most part, my employer liked the way I carried myself, And so they look at that. They pay attention to that. So I put 1 year and 6 months in this current job that I have, right? And I don't really get a lot of issues amongst the supervisors or bosses. I stay out the way. Now, of course, here and there's going to be some mishaps. There's going to be some issues that circulate here and there. It's the workplace. What do you expect, right? There's always going to be something that, a supervisor or your boss complains about. But for the most part, you have established yourself to be, a trustworthy, liable worker, right? And that's really what matters at the end of the day. So it really comes down to a lack of trust as to why you're given a hard time at this job initially. So you just have to learn to establish that trust and, build that rapport. So that being said, this is Solo Dolo Talks. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out, and peace.